Hey there. Hey, Mara.
Hey,
How's it going?
good.
I'm really excited to see this because I really want to know what you're up to and I really
Yeah.
want to know what you build. So let's put some context here. Uh, who are you? What is it that you do in Teamfluence? And what did you want to build using the API?
Yeah, so I'm the customer success lead at Teamfluence.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen your videos and we've been talking in meetings about what you build using connecting Claude and Teamfluence. And I start thinking about what could I build for my field and as a customer success lead. And I started to think because this is something that we might overlook, but we shouldn't, especially because our users are primarily heavy LinkedIn users. They are on LinkedIn all the time. They utilize LinkedIn. So I pretty much wanted to understand, okay, how can I understand my LinkedIn presence with my customers? Because it's another layer of building a relationship, not just through our meetings and emails and the supports, but I think seeing our content and the other way around as well, me interacting with their content, it's a very good way to maintain a relationship there. So I saw the dashboard and everything and the reports, purify reports that you build for prospecting and utilizing our leads. And I wanted to build something around, okay, this is how our customers are engaging with my account and what can I improve. So that was basically the thought behind this.
Love it. That's a great idea. And to be fair, I didn't see any of these yet. And I know that it's the first time you're using, in this case, Claude Code, right?
Yes, it will be pretty obvious that it's the first time that I'm using Claude
Okay,
Code.
okay, this is great. So let's go step by step on what you did, what you built, and let's see the results. So what are we looking at? So we're looking at a Cloud Code session.
Yes. So again, as someone that, I mean, I know the basics and I know how to chat with Claude, but I've never used Claude Code. So I literally, because I've never done it, I used your previous videos as, okay, I'm literally gonna copy paste what Matthias asked before. And actually, I literally just copy what you had before, which is I need to connect to my Teamfluence app, right? And then immediately Claude is using browser. And again, just doing the steps that you did, I'm like, but not through the browser. And I'm expecting, so I was also testing if I would get the same answers that you did, and also to try to understand a little bit the thought behind it, because also the same way that I'm learning this from myself, hopefully I'm learning this into helping customers as well. So it's all in the same line. So and then Claude asks me some questions. How should I connect with Teamfluence? I know that we have a REST API, so in one of the options, this was like several options. I said call its API. Then he asked me more questions. I said that I have an API key, and also then eventually asked me about what should be the base URL that they should access. They gave me a few options. None of them were the correct one, but because I knew which one it was from our Help Center documentation, I could also copy a link to our Help Center documentation so Claude could read into it. But in this case, I knew what was the base URL, so I replied to everything, and then I shared my API key, and this starts to process everything.
Okay, so now you gave Claude your API key, and Claude says it returned 404s because it doesn't have any documentation.
It doesn't have documentation.
Exactly, so he's just guessing. So you share the API documentation?
Yes, I take use of the laziness that it is to use AI, and I'm like, okay, just read this and help me out. Then it just returns that needs my profile ID. I share that, and then it just starts explaining me here what type of information does the API give us, right? And then it asks me, what would you like to do next? Pull a specific data set, etc.
Okay, so let's stop here a little bit. So the connection was confirmed. It says I got a 200 okay from the Teamfluence API with real lead data, and then the working setup is the base URL, so the URL of the API, the authorization, that is your API key, and then Claude tested an endpoint that is leads in the last 30 days, and in return it got names, LinkedIn URL, engagement history, ACP match, etc. And then he's listing all the documented endpoints that you can hit the same way. So you can retrieve posts, you can retrieve workspace leads, you can activate or discard leads, you can push them to your CRM, you can add profiles to connection campaigns. So it's listing all the things that are in the documentation as options. And then he's asking you, what do you like to do next? So what do you say there?
Yeah, so basically what I explained, what was my thought before, I let it know that I want to understand my LinkedIn presence with my clients. So I actually start by kind of ask a question. So if I share a list of some clients, help me understand certain things. Am I connected to my accounts or to these clients that I'm managing? So for me, it's very important that I'm connected with clients. Which accounts are darks? Like I have no connections, I have zero engagement, I have no signals at all, okay, from these accounts. I have basically no LinkedIn connection with these people. Can I understand if some of my champions changed companies? This is as we know and from our experience, this is something that might lead to an early churn flag. If my champion in a certain company leaves, changes, either need to understand who's the new responsible person, and also it can be a deal opportunity that I delegate to other people, like, hey, look, John changed from X company to Y company and he was our champion in those Teamfluence. It might be interesting to go after him in this new role. Also, I want to understand if customers are engaging with my content. Who are the top engaging customers? I want to understand. There's also a certain segmentation because we have direct clients and we have clients that came from agencies, are managed by agencies, and the relationship are not direct. I would still like to have a connection with them, but it's not mandatory for me to have, especially if it's 100% of the relationship managed by agencies. So pretty much like I just dump things that I would like it to do, and that's it.
So this is awesome. Let me see if I got this straight. So instead of doing prospecting, as I did, what you wanted is, okay, from all our active customers, I want to use my engagement signals from LinkedIn to see who is engaging with me or with us in general, to see if they are active with us. You want to see if you're a first degree connection of all of them, who from them are not connected to you. I think that the who from your champions change jobs is a really nice move, because that's a potential flag for a potential churn, for example, because someone that is no longer working at that company. So that was very interesting to me. Then the segmentation that engage more, it's like agencies or end clients, because in our case we have separate use cases like agencies and end users. This is great because you are using engagement signals and your LinkedIn data to assess health in terms of customer success, and also gives you an opportunity for upselling, for example. This is great.
Yeah, and in the same way, it can also bridge some conversations. If I need to email a customer about something, I might bridge it with a certain interaction that I had there. So that relationship, it matters a lot. That beginning of relationship, it matters a lot to close a deal, but also to continue the relationship. So yeah.
Awesome. And what happened next?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
So I think it just starts to pull up the data that I had. Dark accounts are the ones that we have no connection strength and no connected team members. Engagement trend is going from the history of each lead top engaging customers, it comes from the engagement score and the history that we have on that. This is a very interesting note. One gap is that the API surface who's engaging with your content, but not how you are engaging with the customer. This is something I can manage eventually. From here, I shared a list of certain customers that I wanted them to read from in a JSON file.
Okay, why a JSON file?
To be honest, it was by default my download in Metabase.
Okay.
So I just went to Metabase, I ran a query to give me the accounts that I wanted and all the users, and then
just as a sample.
Just as a sample, and then I downloaded, and by default it was in JSON, and I didn't even notice, so I just posted that.
Okay.
Okay, so here it reads the file. I literally just reply here that because I want to understand my LinkedIn presence, so I would like to understand this just by my account, whose connections engagement count as us, and I said just me. And then here, because I want to protect how many API calls, I said that pilot on a few accounts first. And then I think, to be fair, I think this was the part where I started to get very frustrated, because this was the part that keep asking me for authorizations. And as a person that never used Claude Code, I didn't know how much should I authorize. Is this normal? That keeps asking me. And then there's that thing that says authorize this time or authorize always. And the always is a little bit scary because I don't know if I always want to authorize that. So this was the part that I started to get frustrated. So I will start to be a bit rude to Claude.
Okay, so let's see, out of all that hassle that you have, the final result. He asked you, let me know what you want, to show you the 10 account pilot.
Yeah, and I said, I don't want to run all accounts or everything that he was running. I just want to see like a sample. He ran the pilot on 10 accounts and then give me like a table of, okay, these are some customers, and then are they direct? Are they managed by agency partners? What's the owner/champions connection? And then which ones I have some sort of relationship here. So this is the table they give me for like those 10 accounts that they look into it.
Awesome. So it's showing you if it's a direct customer or a client that is managed by an agency. Yes. It is showing you if someone from that company is connected to you, and then is showing you like a status, like fully dark or dark from the client side. So you're connected to the agency, but not to the agency client. Yes. And then single threaded, but real, and then a churn flag. Maybe the best approach here was just to give Claude Code a list of people, a list of clients, and ask to fetch the signals provided by those people in that list of a sample or list of customers. And then if any of them had any interaction with any of the team in the last 30 days, 60 days, something like that. And then to perform a check to see if any of those are connected to you. And then the same thing, but for anyone working in the same company. So a person level approach and then an account level approach. I think this is pretty good to be your first time connecting Teamfluence via API to any AI agent. I think this is pretty good because it gave you a sample of what you can do and a sample of real data. You know, like, okay, you have this data, and it's very good that you identified that you can use your own signal and engagement, not only to prospect and to close new deals, but also use your signals and engagement to perform a health score or to be on top of existing clients. So
yeah, and keep in mind that none of these was polished. So I just give like a random list. So for example, maybe I could have a bit more thought on, for example, sending a list of customers that I currently, from other health metrics, I'm more worried about churn, for example, or that they are more in the red, and then run it by it. And then here as well, like from all the questions that I asked, they still just give me like the result only if I'm connected to them or not. I didn't dig it more into give me now, tell me which ones are interacting more with me from those samples, which ones are engaging with content, are tracking our company page. So this could be explored way more. It was just the first result that I had from a little sample.
Okay, so for next episode of making Mara use AI and Teamfluence, what would you like to build and show me next? Like now you have this sample. What do you want to build with your Teamfluence data and your clients?
I would like to, these are the ones that you are not connected to, just so I can go send them an invite to connect. And then have, as I said, an understanding on how are my clients engaging with my content, which content is more relevant to them. And then maybe also having a scope, not just how they are connected with me, but with the rest of the team. So I would say there's a stronger signal from a client that is connected with all of us, the entire team, than with just one of us.
What would you recommend to other CS people when using LinkedIn data and AI?
That's like a very hard question because, I mean, for me, it's easy to connect CS and LinkedIn because, as I said, our clients live on LinkedIn. So it's very easy to make or extract value from these questions that I'm asking, but still, LinkedIn is a big connection and relationship build channel. So I think connecting with your clients and making sure that you are building the relationship there as well, engaging with their content. So I think this is how asking this type of questions to Claude about their LinkedIn presence with their clients. I think that's maybe the way I will start exploring. That's how I start exploring, actually.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. I'm looking forward to what you build next. We have a deal?
Yeah, let's see.
Next
Let's see.
You show me, some more data?
Sure.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Mara. Let's see
Thank you.
what you can build with this. See you next time.